Okay, Matt, we got the memo about the Kindness Rising promo, but what exactly are we promising people?
And is there craft services? Hey, I need snacks too.
Gentlemen, focus. Kindness Rising multiplies kindness and helps people get up on the right side of the bed.
So wait, we're not doing another angry headline show.
Exactly. We rise above the negative, divisive noise.
Translation, less rage bait, more high fives for humanity.
And this is live, like actually live.
Yep. We go live on YouTube and LinkedIn, 7:30 a.m. Eastern every weekday.
Wait, if it's live, what if I forget my lines?
Then you improvise.
Okay, so our tagline is basically wake up, tune in, and start your day with kindness.
Exactly. Kindness Rising. Good vibes, practical tips, and a reason to get up on the right side of the bed.
You heard the boss. Subscribe now before he makes us do a TikTok dance.
Kindness Rising. Wake up, tune in, and let's make some good noise.
Monsters aren't just under the bed anymore. Some live in your inbox. This week on Kindness Rising, we're facing fear online. Bro, I think the internet's haunted.
Ah, it's just your password again.
Courage, Matthew, is not the absence of trolls. It is the power to scroll past them.
You heard the cat.
Join me and the whole gang all week long. From scammers to trolls to ghosts in the feed, we'll help you turn fear into fuel and kindness into your firewall.
Good morning, my brave and possibly sleep-deprived friends. Welcome to Facing Your Fears Week on Kindness Rising, the only morning show where we fight monsters with mindfulness. Now look, Halloween week used to be simple. You'd put on a plastic mask, knock on a few doors, and hope no one gave you raisins. These days, the monsters have Wi-Fi. They slide into your DMs, promise free cruises, and ask for your credit card to verify your humanity. This week, we're facing those digital fears head on. Scammers, trolls, the terror of turning on your webcam, even the spooky new ghost in the machine, AI. And because we're Gen X, we were born for this. We survived rotary phones, AOL chat rooms, and waiting 4 minutes for one song to download on Napster. If we could do that, we can handle a few phishing emails. So today, we kick off with the scariest room in the online haunted house, the inbox. You know, the place where fear meets clickbait. Chickbait sometimes out there in our community. Anyway, that's must be what I was thinking of. We're going to the place where fear meets clickbait, the land of fake notifications, Nigerian princes, and that email from your long-lost cousin who somehow now needs Apple gift cards. We'll laugh about it. We'll learn about it. And by the end, you'll have your very own kindness firewall powered by awareness, caffeine, and maybe a little kitty. Because fear's not going anywhere, but neither are we. And the trick to surviving this online haunted house, simple. Stay kind and don't click the ghosts.
Yo, Stan, some guy named Trey from tech support says my account is haunted. He wants my password to exercise it.
Oh, sounds like you got the ghost of AOL, dude. Think I should reply?
Only if you want eternal buffering.
Oh boy. Looks like the internet might be haunted at Cal and Stan's place. Welcome to Facing Your Fear Week here on Kindness Rising in the Fox Den. I'm Matthew Rouff, the Uncommon Kindness Guy, and this is our Halloween themed series where we shine light on the monsters that live not under the bed, but inside the browser. This week is all about courage in the modern world, the courage to face the things that spook us out online. If you're a Gen Xer like me, you remember a time when your biggest digital fear was accidentally wiping the family computer, trying to burn a CD, or clicking the wrong LimeWire wire download and summoning a virus from the underworld. But now fear wears the mask of scammers, trolls, and fake accounts. It's the fear of being seen on camera, the fear of AI taking over our jobs, and the fear of disappearing into the void of the algorithm. Each of these fears connects us to one of our 6 strings here on Kindness Rising: action, balance, curiosity, self awareness, kindness, and growth. When we face fear through those values, we transform it. Today, we start with the fear that hits your wallet and your peace of mind: online scams, digital deception, and trolls that thrive on negativity. The haunted house of the internet.
All right, team. Haunted inboxes, ghost trolls, cursed ring lights. Are we ready?
I brought garlic.
I brought Wi-Fi.
I brought balance.
Perfect. Let's rise.
Every scam works the same way. They prey on fear and urgency. They jolt in your chest that says, "Oh no, something's wrong." But first, before we see if anything's wrong and we talk a little bit more about fear, I've got to get into the comments and say hello to some folks who are here joining us. Good morning, Mike Sullivan. I appreciate that you are here every day. Chak from Korea, welcome in. Sassine123, I appreciate you here on Kindness Rising, and Adam Holroyd, the OG, here with us on Facing Fear Week. Adam's out there facing his fear. Mike, Sassine, Chuck, all of you who are out there in the Kindness Rising community, you're facing your fears here with us this morning. I appreciate that you were there. Get going, get chatting in those comments. Talk about your fears, talk about your Halloween, whatever it is that you want to get going. I will jump in with you. Jerry Ginger is right here with us as always. Jerry Ginger, welcome into Face Your Fears Week here on Kindness Rising. And we're talking about the scams, the oh no, something's wrong when that email hits and you're a little confused about what it means. It's the digital version of someone jumping out and saying, boo, right? That moment of panic is where awareness matters most. Awareness is your firewall for kindness. It allows you to pause before you click, breathe before you respond, and remember, you are in control. Fear makes us reactive. Kindness makes us reflective and allows us to respond. That's how we escape the haunted house and find our way back into the light. Welcome into Kindness Rising. I appreciate you guys. We are going to do a little bit of Halloween themed chat and content this week. I appreciate you guys. I hope that you guys like Halloween. I like Halloween. It's fun. I enjoy getting dressed up. I enjoy playing different characters and things. And so that part of it is fun for me. What I really love is at this stage in my life, sitting in my house and welcoming all the neighborhood kids. I'm blessed to live in a neighborhood where kids still trick or treat and it's still safe. And I know most of them and I know their parents and that kind of thing. So we're looking forward to a fun Halloween Friday night. And we'll build up to it here on Kindness Rising as the week unfolds. Appreciate you all. And as we always do here on Kindness Rising, whether it's Fear Week or not, we talk about organizations that are out there doing good work for good people. It is our mission here at Kindness Rising to multiply kindness and unlock growth for good people doing good work We help to amplify voices through our branding services. We help to amplify positivity and kindness every day with the content that we bring with Cal and Stan and Reggie and Sensei Whiskers and everyone in the community. And that's the key, the community. But we always talk about these organizations. This is our kindness spotlight. Today, we highlight 2 organizations that are turning the internet into a safer and more empathetic place. The first is the Cyber Smile Foundation. They were founded in 2010, and they began as an anti-cyberbullying initiative, but they've grown into a digital well-being movement. They offer free emotional support to victims of online abuse and run education programs teaching empathy and online responsibility. That is the Cyber Smile Foundation. We also talking about the National Cybersecurity Alliance, creators of the Stop, Think, Connect campaign. I don't know if you've ever seen it before, but focuses on helping everyday people and organizations stay safe online. Their hashtag Secure Our World initiative empowers individuals to protect their information, not through fear, but through confidence. Together, they represent awareness and kindness in action. That is the National Cybersecurity Alliance, and that is the Cyber Smile Foundation out there making our place, our world, our digital world, our human world a little bit safer. And that's what we want to do this Halloween, is have a safe Halloween. I'm sure, I have confidence that within this community there are some good Halloween stories, and I would love to hear them. I've had quite a few myself. All right, I'll tell one. Sure, why not? I actually didn't plan to do this, but one of my favorite stories is when we were in maybe middle school sometime, 7th, 8th grade, the guys that I hung out with, we decided that we would dress. It was kind of the end of trick-or-treating. We were starting to move into mischievousness, and a little less not caring so much. We realized we could get candy in a lot of places and whatever. But anyway, we were still like, all right, let's do it. So we were the older kids. 3 of us decided to go as the Three Stooges, which probably couldn't be a more perfect costume for this group of myself. Of course, I played the bald-headed Curly. I remember getting a bald wig and putting it on, getting our stuff together. The point was, we went out and bought suits at like the Salvation Army or a Goodwill so that we could wear like feel like old-timey suits. None of us had suits, and we wanted them to be silly or whatever. So we got these suits, we bought shoes, the whole deal. What we didn't realize is some of these clothes were worn, and so we had the shoes, and my buddy who wore those shoes decided that he would sprint down a hill that we were trick-or-treating on. He sprints down the hill, he's cooking. It's one of those ones, it's a little bit out of control, frankly. What was the funny part was that those shoes that he had bought were worn, and they were old shoes that had been hammered in with screws. So he was literally sending off sparks behind him from the nails hitting the pavement, and the sparks are going everywhere. And at the end, I mean, when you talk about a skid on your ass, oh my God, he hit the sparks and the skid and slid right down. It was one of the funniest moments, just a pure memory of Halloween joy that I remember. I hope you have some Halloween memories of joy as well. Not that great a story, I realize, but in my head, it's a great story. Maybe not for you. I'd like to know, do you like these stories? Do you like when I talk about my stuff? Or do you want me to talk about stuff like branding spotlights? Because we talk about branding too here on Kindness Rising. We do talk about branding because that's what we're here to do. We're here to help amplify voices of good people doing good work connected to the content that we are delivering today. And Today, we're going to talk about a organization. Just realized, you guys hear this blower? I'm going to turn it off. Okay. Wow. The thing got cranking for a minute there. That's my heater. I'm down here in my basement studio. It's time to get a little heat going. Frankly, I have a floor heater. All right. So we're talking about branding. It's our branding spotlight, and in a world obsessed with digital innovation, sometimes the best lessons in online trust come from our analog friends. Here's one. LEGO. Lego has been teaching the world how to build, collaborate, and imagine safely for over 70 years. Long before algorithms tried to engineer engagement, Lego built something far more powerful: trust. You open the box and you know exactly what's inside. You follow the instructions. You build something that lasts, and when you're ready, you can take it apart and start again. That's the same principle we need online: transparency, creativity, and the courage to rebuild when something breaks. Lego's consistency across generations shows what happens when quality meets authenticity. Parents, kids, and educators around the world trust Lego because it delivers on its promise every time. The internet could use a little more Lego energy: simple design, honest purpose, and endless creativity. The same values that make a plastic brick timeless can make a digital presence trustworthy. The principles don't change, only the materials do. Welcome back to Kindness Rising. That's our little branding spotlight. Lego is a cool brand. I know I've just, over the years as a kid and even as an adult, and especially with my kids, we loved Lego. We still build them once in a while. We've done the flower pots and a couple of the buildings and things like that. And so it's crazy what they have for Lego right now. It's absolutely insane. I mean, like the full architecture scenes and the movie scenes and that kind of stuff. It's actually a lot of fun. Anyway, that's Lego, because Lego follows the EAT principles. Our 5-ingredient recipe for personal branding: that's experience, expertise, authenticity, trust, and entertainment. Got all 5 in there. Lego's experience, or their expertise, is their precision engineering and creative design. Their experience, they provide that immersive, hands-on creativity that bridges generations. Their authenticity, they never chase trends. Lego lives in the mission of creative play. Their voice stays consistent across all of their platforms. And they have built trust. Decades of reliability have made Lego synonymous with safety and quality. Earned trust, not manufactured trust. And lastly, entertainment. Of course, Lego combines learning and fun with humor, storytelling, and imagination. It entertains by empowering creativity. That's our Lego spotlight. After our spotlight, maybe we need a little bit of wisdom. Let's see what Sensei Whiskers and I have been up to.
Sensei, how do I know which clicks to trust?
Trust the silence between the clicks, Matthew. Not all sounds are music.
So, no on the free cruise? Especially that one.
So silly. Sensei Whiskers warning me not to hit the free cruise email. I think we probably all know that one, but we'll see how it goes throughout the week, as Sensei Whiskers maybe delivers a little bit more wisdom, a little bit more kindness here on Kindness Rising. I come here every weekday morning, 7:30 a.m. I consistently show up. You can too with Kindness Rising on the Mornings in the Lab network. Get on over to see Keith, John, and friends in the Mornings in the Lab. They're getting up and getting it after it and helping you to not hit the snooze button every Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m. right after Kindness Rising. All right. Hope everybody's getting up and getting going, getting ready for another work week. We live in the spiral, the loop or the spiral, right? Every day is the same, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, whatever. We try to stay as consistent as possible. And every time we learn, we grow, we rise. All right. All right. Here's the other half of fear online. It isn't just scams, it's the trolls, people who weaponize attention to divide and inflame. But trolls only win if we play their game. Kindness isn't weakness, it's emotional aikido. Respond once with grace, then move on. Every minute you don't feed a troll, you feed your peace. That's what I do when we get people into our comments that are not always sharing the most positive messages, or they're trying to incite discussions that are not what we deal with here at Kindness Rising. Acknowledge and move on. I welcome everybody here at Kindness Rising. Maybe even some of those trolls might stick around and pay attention and learn something. If they don't, they don't. This is the world we live in, and we don't want to be afraid of them. That's why we want to be authentic in the comments, because the people who we really care about, which are the people who show up here every day, the people who come here with positivity, they're going to have your back. They're going to support you. That's what a community does. And sometimes we have trolls that intrude and then they go away. And that's their choice to do that. But we are always going to have your back if you're here spreading positivity, kindness, looking for guidance, looking for support, just a little dose of sanity. You can have good conversation in the comments too, but mostly I want you to share your world, share where you're at, and support each other. It's what we do on Kindness Rising in our community. All right. So here we go. We always give a takeaway, our keys. We call it our kindness compass. It is your 5 takeaways, a list of takeaways every day to help you continue to live with the kindness and take some value from the show outside of the show. So these are your 5 clicks of digital kindness. The first, pause before you click. Scammers rely on urgency. Slow down, because awareness restores your perspective. Make sure you verify before you vilify. Check the source. Share the truth and not outrage. Third, guard your digital house. Protect your passwords and your privacy. Self-respect starts with security. And fourth, you want to boost kind voices like the voices here at Kindness Rising. Elevate creators who add positivity to the feed. Ignore the ones that don't. And lastly, teach a friend a trick. Kindness multiplies through mentorship. Help someone else stay safe online. Those are your 5 clicks of digital kindness. There is definitely maybe a little ghost in my machine today. It's Monday. My mother tells me, she may even be out there. My mother tells me I'm a little slow on Mondays with my show. She watches, she gives me critique. I listen. It's true story. All right. But I was fully prepared with all this good stuff, but apparently not today. But yes, we are. Here we are. Welcome back to Kindness Rising. We're talking about safety online, and we know that Callan stands home appears to be maybe haunted, invaded by spirits of bad Wi-Fi.
You change your password yet?
Yeah, I made it super secure this time.
Cool, what is it? Password 1, 2, 3, 4. We're doomed!
Oh my goodness. Cal is not making his passwords real strong. I know I'm guilty of it. I've done the weak password so I can remember a thing. I try to be a little bit better about that. Passwords are definitely a plight that we have. There's all kinds of things that are coming out now trying to help us to not have to deal with that password. Face ID and finger ID and retinal scans and whatever else is possibly out there in the world. I don't know. It seems like a new thing every day, just like there's a new thing in AI, there's a new thing in cybersecurity, two-factor verification, all that kind of stuff that is trying to help us keep safe online. Absolutely. All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Kindness Rising. I hope everybody is having a great day. Thank you for those who are jumping in. Hello, Kauai Truth. Welcome into Kindness Rising. I appreciate you. We are here spreading positivity, growth, and safety online. We're talking about facing our fears in the digital world all week this week on Kindness Rising as we lead up to the spooky Friday holiday, Halloween. Yes, so that's what we're doing. And what Keith is doing over on Mornings in the Lab with Keith Johns and friends is he is addressing these very similar things. Fear doesn't just live in phishing scams, it lives in the fear of starting. Alex Hormozy would tell you to start small, document the journey, and focus on reps over perfection. He'd post before he polished and build trust by showing the process, not the polish. That's the secret to scaling kindness and content. Consistency, transparency, trust is built in public, brick by brick. And Keith and John and the crew over at Mornings in the Lab are about to get started here at 8 a.m. and they are going to be talking about Alex Hormozy and Alex's tricks. I'm going to be interested in what he has to say. I think I have some pretty good insight into how Alex might suggest building content, and we'll see if it's true, but I think maybe I know what I'm doing, which is leaning into live. I come here every Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. live on Kindness Rising to help you get up with a little hope, humanity, and heart. Fear online isn't going away, but neither is kindness. We can't unplug the world, but we can rewire how we show up in it. Fear isolates, kindness connects. Fear reacts, kindness reflects. Fear divides, kindness rebuilds. This Halloween week, remember, the haunted house isn't out there. It's right in here in your digital world. But so is the light. Before you click, breathe. Protect your peace, not your panic. And as always, stay uncommon and stay kind. What if your mornings could be inspiring and ridiculously fun?
Kindness Rising isn't just a show, it's a full wake-up vibe.
It's freaking fun, people.
Yeah, man, it's got real get after it energy.
I love it.
Wake up with Kindness Rising.
I help purpose-driven people grow their impact. 5-ingredient recipe to help you build your personal brand. Get out there and take kind action.
If it's live, they'll feel it.
On Kindness Rising, we bring you proven strategies and fresh ideas you can actually use. If you're not failing, you're not trying.
Exactly. Fail fast, rebound faster.
You'll see the bloopers and the genuine connections that make kindness contagious. We sometimes get into a little bit of trouble.
Pretty much my life made the list.
You can trust what you see right here is honest, respectful, and uplifting. Social impact organizations, and we always talk about them. Try kindness. It's way cheaper than therapy. You just made my day.